Good morning, students. Hope all of you are doing fine. Yesterday lectures we have discussed list. Now in this chapter in this lecture we will discuss the rest of the part of your revision to chapter the tuple. Okay, first we will learn what is the tuple, then how it create, then some functions which we use on tuple, how we access the tuple. Okay, so first we will start with the tuple. First, what is the tuple basically? As you are very much familiar about the list, tuple is also a sequence of elements. It is an ordered sequence. It's like your it is like your list. It is an ordered sequence. The main difference between tuple and list is tuple is enclosed in the small braces, while your list is enclosed in the square bracket. And the another difference is between tuple and list, the tuple is immutable while the list is mutable. That is the main difference between tuple and list. You know already about the mutability or immutability. Mutable means to change the value, and the immutable means the value of an index cannot be changed. That is the difference between cannot be changed. It is immutability. So the main difference is tuple and list is bracket and the mutability. Okay, now we'll start how we create a tuple. Just like list, if we will write t equal to in empty braces, that is known as empty tuple. If we will initialize only one value, that is integer 1, 2, whatever, then it is known as integer tuple. We can also initialize value like 1, 2.5, 3.5. This is known as number tuple because tuple consists of different type of values, the integer as well as the floating value. If we will A, B and C, this is all what? Character. So that tuple is known as character tuple. Same as list, we can also write one character value, one string value, one integer, one float. That type of tuple is known as mixed tuple. Also we can write two, 3, etc. This is known as string tuple because this tuple consisting the string values only. This is known as the string tuple. This is the tuple is almost the same of the list. The creation of tuple, the accessing of tuple, even and the most of the function of the list also applicable in the case of the tuple. So we will not describe much of the tuple as it is almost same as a list. Okay, now how we create a tuple. Now we'll discuss how we create a tuple. For creating an empty tuple, we simply write t. If we will print t, nothing will be print. As it is, if we write t equal to, for example, we have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then whenever we print t, what will be the answer? Answer will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. This is the long tuple. We can also create a nested tuple. The meaning of nested tuple is a tuple inside a tuple. If we describe a tuple T, 1, 2, 3, 4, Here we write one another tuple 5 6. So that is called nesting. There is one tuple is inside the another tuple. That term is called that type of tuple is known as what? Nested tuple. Next we will discuss is what we will discuss here next, the creation of tuple. How we create a tuple? We simply write T tuple. Here we pass, for example, hello, and whenever we print T, then it will be converted as tuple. So you see, it is almost same like its list. The difference is only that the list we have right here the function list, and the output will be enclosed in the square bracket instead of the small braces. Here is one more advantage, or one more thing we can write with the tuple. We can also create any list into the tuple. For example, we have a list L. There is some element in our list. For example, I will show you with the help of example. This thing I will show you. See, here we take an example. L equal to 1 2 3. It is enclosed in the square bracket. That means it is a list. Now we convert this list into tuple. How? We use the tuple function. We have written T equal to tuple L. We have passed the list in the tuple, and we written then print T. See what will be the output now? Output will be in the form of the tuple. So the list which we pass in the tuple is converted into the tuple. Okay. So we can also convert the tuple from the list. Hope you understand. Same it is. We can also use tuple function with input function if we want to input the element of the tuple. So we can write the input function. For example, T tuple input. Here we write enter values. So whenever we write this, the value which is entered will be stored as a tuple. We can also use here the tuple function for creation of tuple. Now, how to access a tuple? Now, the tuple is also accessed as we accessing the list. A tuple is also have index same as of list, because it is also an ordered sequence. So there is an index of every element in the tuple. Okay, the first element is having 0 index, then 1 index, and same as list it is known as forward index. The tuple is also have a backward index which is started from the rightmost side. It is -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5. Same as list, if we want to access a particular element of the tuple, we can pass the index of that tuple, so the element will be printed. Okay, so now we will discuss some function. As of the list function, there is also a len function. What is the purpose of len function? The purpose of len function is to return the length of the tuple. For example, we have written here tuple L we have converted. Now we have write here L. LE we have write L is len. We have write len, and here we pass the length of T which we have written. Now we run and see 1 2 3, but we didn't print the length. Here we will print the length of the, we take the variable LE. Now what is the answer? 3, because the length of this tuple is 3. So the length function is also worked as a list function here. We can also use the indexing in case of tuples as of list. If we want to access the few numbers or a few element in the tuple, we can write the list. Slicing or indexing and slicing we can use here. What is the work of slicing here? T, the same as list, we can write T 1:4 if we will write, then it will print the element of 1 index, 2 index and 3 index. That is, what will be the output? 2, 3 and 4 will be the output in the slicing. Okay. Now we'll discuss. There is also two type of operators we use with the tuples. One is plus and another one is multiply. The function of plus is to add, to concatenate two different tuples. If we have T1 1 2 and T2 is 3 4, and if we write T3 equal to T1, if we write T3 equal to T1 plus T2, and whenever we print T3, what will be the output? 1 2 3 4. This will be the output as same of the list. And what is the purpose of this star? It is for replicating. If we take T1 equal to 1 comma 2 and we will write T2 equal to T1 into 4, then what will be the output? And we print T2, then the output will be 1 comma 2 1 comma 2 1 comma 2 and 1 comma 2. The 1 comma 2 will be printed 4 times because the value will be replicated for 4 times. So these two operators will be work with the tuple as it works in the list. It also works in the tuple. For accessing a tuple, we can also access the tuple using for loop. Okay. Now we know how to accessing tuple using for loop. How we access a tuple using for loop? The syntax is for item in tuple simply. Okay. For example, we can write here, for this case we can write for I in T print T, then what will be the output? The whole tuple which we have declared 1 2 3, it will be printed. So we can also access the tuple with the use of for loop as of list. Okay, hope you understand this. Tuple slicing, you can also understand the function which we use with the list. The same function we can use with the tuple also. Now we will explain some slicing which we left in the actual list. We will discuss the slicing here. In slicing, for example, we have take a quite long tuple. We will take 10, 11, 14, 17, 18, 20, 21. This we have taken a tuple. Okay. Now we will take, for example, T. We will write T, and we will write here 3 is to 7. Okay. Then what will happen? First we will have a indexing over here 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now what will be the output of 3 is to 7? The element of third index, it is start from the element which is of the third index up to element of the sixth index. Then what will be the output here in this case? In this case the output will be 17, 18, 20 and 21. So we can write it. We can also use one thing with the slicing. We can write here 1, 7 and 2. Now what it is? It is called same as for loop. You remember, it is called the start, it is called the stop, and this is the step. We can jump the element of the tuple by 2. So in this code, what will be the output? the output will be start from the first index, that is what, 11. Now it will skip the next element, it will take the alternate element, that is what, 17, that it will take 20. Hope you understand. That is called the steps. On what step we have to jump. So it will jump every alternate element. Same as this, we can write T 7 3. For 3 it will jump 2 element. What it will take? Started from 0, that is 10. Then it will take 17 and it will take 21. It will skip 2 element because the step will be 3. Hope you understand. We can also skip the initial and if we will write T, then what will be the answer? By default, the initial position what we left will be treated as the very first index of the tuple, that is what, 0. Then the output will be same as of 0, 7, 3. Also we can write, we can skip both. For example, now it will start from the very first position, very first index of the tuple, and as with the last index and the jumping of the 2 element in between. So the answer will be same as of 0, 7, 3. So we can also jump any of the index in the slicing. We can also write it T. Now what, it will start from the very first index and goes up to last index and by the jumping of 2 element. This is called tuple slicing, or a same slicing we can use in the list. Actually, whenever we discuss the list topic, we have forget to discuss this. Now if you student ask me about the slicing properly, now this slicing you can also use in the term of list also. Hope you understand this. This is all about the tuple. All the function which we use in the list we can also use with the tuple. Now I will discuss one more topic here in this chapter, that is what, a string. Actually the output question which come in your board exam is also from a string. So we'll also discuss here a string. Ki what is a string? Okay. So now I will discuss some string with you. First of all, what is a string? You remember the string? It is one of the data type. String is what? String is a sequence of characters. It's called a string. Okay. For example, if we write str equal to for example, I have written here str equal to I love Python programming, and whenever we print, then what will be the answer? It will be written as it is I love Python programming. Okay. As you know, the string, we can also input a string using input function. You remember your 11th class lecture, the every element which is entered using input function is always a string by default. If you want to convert it into integer or in the tuple or in the list, we can write here what? We can write here int, then it will be converted as integer. If we write here tuple, it will be converted as tuple. If we write here, okay. But whenever we input a value without any function, then it will be inputted as only a string. Okay. So string, how we can input a string? We can initialize a string like this. We can also input a string using a input function. We can take an example of that for you people. I think we have already taken it somewhere. Let me check. Okay, I will take a new one. Here I will write s equal to okay, sorry, here we'll print. Okay, what will the output? I love Python programming. The string which you stored in the s variable, whenever we call the s variable, it will be printed. Okay, so we can put a string like this also. Now the next topic will be traversal of a string. What is the meaning of traversal? Traversal means to access all element from the beginning to and is called as what? Traversal. It is called as traversal. Okay, for example, if we take name, we have to take a name. For example, we have take the name Ashish. We write for ch in name, and whenever we print the ch, then what will be the output? The output will be in the form of vertical. But if we want to output in the form of horizontally as we stored, so in place of this we have to write print. You remember the end function, end. Okay, now it will be the output will be in the form of in which form we have written. So we can also traverse a string using for loop, and we can also traverse a string is simply by writing print string name. The both is the function to access a string. Hope you understand this. A string is you remember the operators plus and multiply, which we have discussed already in the tuple. The same will be accessed here. Plus is used for the concatenation of two string. If string 1 is good and string 2 is morning, and we will write s3 equal to s1 plus s2, then what will be the output? Output will be good morning. That is what? Plus concatenation, and the as same as tuple, the multiply is used for the replicating. For example, I will write s. For example, I will write s as we have written, and s1 I have written s multiplied by 5. Then what will be the output of s1? The output of s1 will be the symbol of at the rate for 5 times. It will replicate to 5 times. It is same as of the list and tuples. Now what is the string slicing? String slicing is what? String slicing is also as of list and tuple slicing. Any string which we store, for example, we store here Python, then these element which we stored in the string will be on the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If we want to access t in the s, then what I have to write? I would write to index of the t. What is s2? Whenever we write s2, the output will be t. As of this, we can also describe the indexing in the form of slicing. Here we write s 0 to 4. Then what it will take? The 0th element, that is p, then y, then t, and then h, because it is 4 and the last element is 4 minus 1, that is on which index? Third index it will take. Same I can write it as. Now what will be the output? We have already discussed in the tuple. Yes, the output will be same as above, because the first character which we left will be by default, it will start from the very first character of the string, as we can write 0 and we left the last. Now what will be the answer? Answer will be whole Python, because it will be start from 0th index and it will be ends on what index? It will be ends on the last index, because we skip it, so by default it goes at the end. Okay, same of forward indexing. String is also support the backward indexing like this: -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5 -6. It also support the backward indexing. For example, if you will write here is -6 to -3, then what will be the answer? Your answer will be, it will start from the it will start from the -6 place, that is what, P, Y, then T. H will not take, it will be -3, -1, that is what, -4. So only 3 element will becomes in the output, P, Y and T. Hope you understand this. So we can also use the slicing of a string as of the list. Now we will discuss some string function. It is quite different from your which functions? Yes, from the list functions. Okay, some are common. The which are common we will don't discuss here. Functions हम लिख देते हैं string functions. Okay, first is index function, which is also you have used in the list. It will give the index of the string. Now here we can use some strings, like we can use string S, we can assume string as S. We can write here len function. Len function is what? It will returns the length of the object. What we use here, length of the object means length of what? Length of the string we can use here. Next function is ORD. ORD function is quite different in string. आपने ये भी नहीं पढ़ा था. ORD function क्या करते हैं? The ORD function returns Unicode point for Unicode characters. It will return the Unicode points. Okay. The different function is, one is reversed. The use of reverse function is, it is reverse the sequence of the string. If you've written Python and we use the reverse function, then the answer will be this. Your string will be in the reverse form. Some more function we can study here. One is lower, another one is upper, one is capitalize. What is the function of these, and what is the purpose of these functions? The lower function signifies what? It will convert all the characters in the lower case. If I will write s dot lower, then what will be the output? Output will be in the form of lower character, which is stored in the which is stored in your capital letter. It will convert into the small letters. Okay, what is the purpose of upper function? Upper function convert all the characters which is stored in the string into the capital letter. Okay, if we pass this string in the upper function, then it will be convert all the letters into the capital letters. Hope you understand this. Now next is the capitalize function. What is the purpose of capitalize function? Capitalize function only convert the first character of the word into the capital. For example, if we pass this string, the output will be only P capital and other letter will be in the small case only. So this is the purpose of what? This is the purpose of capitalize function. Hope you understand these functions. This is quite different from the list. तो अब आपके लिए असाइनमेंट्स हैं जो मैं वर्कशीट शेयर करूँगी. आप उस वर्कशीट में आपको कुछ प्रोग्राम्स होंगे टपल के, स्ट्रिंग के, आपने जो 11th में भी पढ़े हैं, कुछ डिफरेंट भी होंगे. वी विल ऑल्सो गिव सम आउटपुट क्वेश्चंस देयर. आपको उनके आउटपुट निकालने होंगे. तो ये सब आपको करना है. अब अपने इसमें अपने जो असाइनमेंट्स में आपको दूंगी वो वर्कशीट सॉल्व करनी है. और वेन एवर योर स्कूल विल बी रीओपन्स, आई विल चेक ऑल योर वर्कशीट विच आई हैव गिवन in my lectures during this lockdown period. So stay at home, be safe. Thank you for listening me patiently. Hope you are listening me. Actually, it's not possible to me for to see you are whether you are listening or not.